What's good, peeps? Thanks as always for passing by the channel. Much appreciated. Hit that subscribe button if you guys are new. All right, very quick video. So Forbes, I think it might have been yesterday, released the names of the top 100 athletes to have earned the most money between June 2018 and June 2019. Normally, this has been dominated by Floyd Mayweather. I think Floyd was number one. It could have been something like 6 of the last 7 years, or maybe even 7 of the last 7. But he's not on the list this year. And number one this year is Lionel Messi. And the rest of the list is kind of dominated between footballers, basketball players, NFL, I think a couple of Formula One guys, some tennis guys, but just the kind of usual names that you expect from the usual sports. 5 boxers made the list this year, which I think is great. It's good to see boxers on there. You want to see boxers getting paid. If you're a young boxer coming up, you want to think that you can crack the top 100, maybe even the top 50. But it's good to see 5 boxers on there. The 5 boxers that are on there: Gennady Golovkin. Actually, I've got it written down in terms of their placings. So Gennady Golovkin was 95 with $25.5 million. Not bad. You can understand why he wants that Canelo fight again. Pac-Man, surprisingly quite high up, I thought, number 92 with 26 million. Wilder, and we're going to talk about Wilder a bit more. He's on the list with $30 million. I think it was 30. I didn't write it down, but I think it was $30 million. Anthony Joshua, very high up on the list, I think, at number 13 with $55 million. And the highest on the list as a boxer was Canelo, who was ranked number 4 with $94 million. 4th on the list, Canelo. It's interesting. I want to talk about Wilder for a second because, I mean, if you read what the boxing press tells us, it consistently tells us that Wilder's not getting paid, right? I mean, Wilder's on this list, number 56, with, again, I think, I haven't written it down, but I think it was something like 31 million or $30 million. Again, this is from June 2018 to June 2019. So that's only 2 fights. That's the Tyson Fury fight and the recent Dominic Brazil fight. I mean, Wilder's getting paid, people. Don't be fooled by what people are publishing or telling us. Again, I mean, Forbes is publishing and telling us, but I trust Forbes more than what some of these other guys are saying. Sorry, Wilder's figure was 30.5 million. 30.5 million, I've got it written down here. So that's not bad at all. I mean, people were screaming that he only got paid something like 10 million for Tyson Fury. That's what I heard. And again, something very similar for Dominic Brazil. According to this, and this is his earnings, by the way, his salary. This isn't endorsement. We're going to talk about that endorsement figure in a second. But according to this, he got paid 30 million. So Wilder's doing okay. He's doing a bit more than okay, in fact. And I think it's been a very good year for Wilder. Remember, I think he was in the ESPN, something like most known or most influential or something. I think it was like something ridiculously high, like top 30. So for him to crack the Forbes top 60 here and then be in ESPN's top 30, he's doing well. What I did notice, and it was something that completely stood out for me, was when I looked at what the boxers are making, so their salary and endorsements, and I compared it to some of the top athletes that I follow, some of the sports, NBA, football, whatever. They were making, obviously, great salaries, fantastic salaries, but huge amounts of money from endorsements as well. Like huge. In some instances, they were making like 60% salary and 40% endorsement. And that's why they were on the list. In boxers' cases, that's just not the same at all. I mean, it's actually embarrassing. I mean, AJ is the only one that's actually making decent money from endorsements. So of AJ's 55 million, 10 of that was from endorsements. Guess what Deontay Wilder made from endorsements? So Deontay Wilder, you can probably work it out anyway because of what I just said, but Deontay Wilder made 30.5 million last year. He made from endorsements 0.5. $500,000 from endorsements. That's, how low is that? I mean, boxing is struggling to get brands, real brands, involved with boxing. And I know that for a fact, so I'm going to speak about that in a second, but struggling. And it's not just Deontay Wilder. I mean, Canelo made 94 million last year. How much do you think of that was from salary and how much from endorsements? Before I even speak, have a guess. Give me 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 92 million was from salary. 2 million from endorsements. Just 2 million. from endorsements. I mean, that's so low. I mean, again, boxing is struggling big time to get big brands involved. And I think AJ said something like this when he done his interview on the Breakfast Club. He spoke about getting brands and these known brands, not just these small brands, but known brands involved. Floyd was the same. Floyd struggled to get endorsements as well. That could be due to the issue he had with going into jail for a while. It could be that. But again, struggling to get endorsement deals. And I know from covering boxing in Africa how difficult it is to get some of these brands involved in the sport. I think one of the promoters has been trying for ages to get like a drinks company involved, but they won't touch it with a barge pole because of the link with, I don't know, drinking and domestic violence. And so they're just not involved in it. They just don't want anything to do with it at all. But it does shock me to see Canelo only making 2 million, but it does shock me for Deontay Wilder, the heavyweight champion of the world, WBC, unbeaten, to be only making $500,000 from endorsements. Again, you compare it to AJ, 10 million. Deontay Wilder, 500,000. It's crazy. But what is crazy is how close they are. I mean, you remove AJ's endorsements, and AJ made 45 million last year, $45 million. Again, this is all according to Forbes. I think I trust Forbes. Wilder made 30. They're not as far away as you think. I mean, the way this A-side, B-side thing's been going on for ages, you would think that AJ's making 100 and Wilder's making 10. I mean, it's a lot closer than we think. Yeah, interesting. Very, very interesting. What do you guys think? Let me know. Peace.